Okay, well, just state the obvious. It was a very well-pitched game by Drake from start to the finish. For him was the seventh, but I thought he was more effective as the game went on. He pitched out of a tough jam in the sixth. When first and second, you get the middle of their order up, and he struck two hitters out that typically don't go that way. And then in the seventh inning, I thought he came out and just attacked the strike zone. He was 0-2 to the first two hitters. I think the third hitter, too, got a single, but then came back and struck out the next guy. So it was just a very effective ball game by him. The bullpen did well with Schaller and Day, and we got our hits. It was just one of those days. It was tough to pick up hits. It was very humid. Wind was blowing in a little bit. I thought Mooney did a nice job, too. You got to credit him because he slowed us down. But made some nice defensive plays at certain points, too.
Question for the student athletes.
Drake, the St. John's guys here a minute ago said your slider was pretty tough to hit. Was that? I know that's kind of your go-to pitch. Was it especially effective today?
Yeah, I thought it was more effective late. I found it late in the later innings, probably like the fifth inning on. First inning or the first half of the game, I thought it wasn't as sharp or tight as how I used to throw it or like it, and I just told myself in the back of my head that I just need to start trusting it as the later innings got on, and that's when it started working for me better.
Is this, I mean, this is a pretty big game for you, probably your biggest win you've had at Vandy. Is that, what was your feelings just going into it and kind of the big stage that you were facing?
My feelings were just to go out there and just do what I love doing, just compete. I love to compete out there, just going out there and doing the same thing I always do. It wasn't, oh, this game's more important than the next. It's just going out there and staying centered and just pitching.
Julian, I mean, a 2-0 win is a win no matter what. You guys are probably going to have to hit more, I would guess, if you're going to beat Clemson, Morehead State. Does it matter that looking forward? Is this the type of game you guys would like to play?
Obviously, offensively, we want to do better. Again, we can't take away anything from what Drake did today, Reed did today, and Chandler. And sometimes it works that way, sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes the offense produces more. And honestly, we take wins in any way, and it doesn't really matter, especially against good teams.
You're kind of the guy that goes to the pitcher a lot of times and kind of reads that body language and all that. What did you see out of Drake today?
Today, Drake, he was doing his thing by himself. Really nothing to tell him. He competes by himself, and he tries to push us away because he knows what he's doing, and he's excited. He's ready to go.
Julian,
Sir.
when did you know that ball was gone? When it hit the bat or halfway there? Or what?
That was actually Jason. Jason hit that ball to right center, so, yeah.
Jason, when did you know that ball was
I think about halfway to first base, I hit it and I looked up and just kept on going. So, it's
Jake, it's been since early April, I think, since you hit one. Was there any feeling of when's this next one going to come?
No, just trying to compete up there, trying to hit the ball hard, trying to help my team win. That's all.
You had the error, I think, the top half of that inning. When you commit that error, do you think this is going to be costly or any relief when it wasn't?
No. I knew the guys behind me. I had my back. Drake was having a pretty great game. So I knew once I made that error, my teammates were going to pick me up and ground ball to Julian, and we got that double play. So.
Any other questions for the student athlete? All right, gentlemen, thank you very much. Questions for Coach Corbin?
Tim, I don't know if you can see if a performance is going to come like that, a pregame that Drake had. Anything you saw in his body language that thought this is going to be one of his better days?
He's a pretty motivated kid. I mean, he said it. He competes well. When he gets the baseball, it's tough to take him out. He wants to go the distance. I think and you can see this gradually throughout the year as the innings become more pressurized, he starts to put his foot down a little bit more, and he's been a stopper that way. But I'm proud of him. He's made a lot of strides, really, in his work ethic off the field and how he's developed as a pitcher.
Coach, do you see your freshmen developing a little more as the season went along, it's been up and down, but do you see they're finally coming to be veterans maybe now, you could say?
I don't think they're freshmen anymore. They left school a long time ago, so they've played enough, 56 games. I don't even look at them anymore. They're just players on our team, that's it.
Did you ever believe that you'd seen power out of Jason earlier in the year, that would, it was there when you needed it at some point?
No doubt. I mean, that pitch was middle in. He took his hands inside the ball and drove it the other way. He's very good at doing that. But throughout the year, the conference sometimes can exploit you a little bit and ding up your confidence. And when it does that, sometimes you need to go down before you go back up again. But he's gradually moving back up, and he's a good defender too. I mean, I know he made a mistake today, but he's been very good for us at third base.
Coach, what are your plans for tomorrow now with your pitching? What are you looking for?
I don't know. We've got a mystery opponent, so I don't, we'll just see how it plays out and then make a decision that fits best for us.
You have one for one team, one for another team, or is it just kind of?
I don't even know. I mean, we've got a couple more starters, and I just think we want to match them up accordingly. It could be either or, but I haven't had time to think about it. I just want to enjoy this for a little bit.
In these kind of regionals, how important is it to get off to a quick start and win the first game?
Well, I mean, it's really important. And these games are tough to play now. Even when I was at Clemson, I remember these regionals, the first games, there's a lot of anxiety associated with it with the kids. It's just getting them to settle down so they can play. Typically, mistakes happen early, bad swings happen early, timing issues happen early. So once you get into the crux of the game, then it starts happening a little bit. And actually, I thought there was one inning where we hit some balls hard on the ground that didn't find any holes. But I just think once you get by this game, then everyone starts to settle in a little bit more. Although the competition amps up too.
Anything else for Coach Corbin?